Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Swaggy, and today we're going to take a look into the arena, and mainly AoE Arena today. Uh, and we have the big face cam reveal, so I really wanted to buy a webcam because it feels way more personal and in a way more interactive with you guys. So I hope you guys like it. If you do, let me know in the comments, please. If you don't, you can also let me know, but please be nice. Besides that, we're gonna take a look at AoE Arena today. I did also, my plan was also to make videos of anti-air and single target. I did get to Apex Overlord with both teams, so if you want me to cover those two, let me know and I'll do it next week when I get back home from my trip to Italy, which I'm leaving for in 20 minutes. So I hope this one will be a quick video. I did try a few different variations of teams, and the one that came out the best so far was the chaotic team. Um, I'm gonna go through this a bit quick since I'm very short on time again, unfortunately. But I did try out an Arbiter with Ingrid and Praetus, but my Ingrid is only a 0. Didn't work well at all for me. This one works way better and is more stable in clearing wave 9. I have a few times where I didn't do it because I messed up the timings, which you gotta learn with the team. But that's like almost with any other team, okay? So to begin with, we place Valdon at the start, clear the first wave. You will see a lot of people use Ardea. I found that using Ardea is not the best when using her. If you have running this with Lubu, placing her in front of Valtron. Slow this down quick, because later stages Lubu will be at the top then, and he will get stuck with a few mobs in front of him, auto hitting them with no help. Where Ardea just hits harder when she doesn't, because Lubu is dependent on his the big slam he does. Ardea is not. Ardea does a ton of damage by herself, so she's fast at clearing those mobs if it happens. But at this time, all at the same timing with Valderon, because when we gotta place in Carnelian, they Valderon needs to be out of his ult. Because if he's in his ult and we place Carnelian down, um, she will give her buff, the Wings of Grace buff, to Valderon. And if you run Invigoration, she will give the Invigoration also to Valderon, which you don't want because we're gonna pull Valderon off the field. Um, let's see here. This should be perfectly fine here. Well, this is a bit of a slow start here, but as you see, Ardea cleared it easily. Once Valderon clears this wave, we're gonna pull him off the field and put in Lubu in front of him. There we go. We then take him out, place in Lubu, and speed up. Now we don't do anything. We wait for Durza to come up. Again, Durza is Invigoration, so we give it to Lubu now. Of course, if you had Wings of Grace, you could use that. Um, I believe, yeah, I have an Invigoration because my Invigoration set is so much better. And here we want to alt, boom, and Durza as well to make it. I have tried here in this wave some of the mobs could run past Lubu if I didn't Dursa ult. So I just did it until we get Valdron up now. And then we should save it for future use now. For the next we're gonna hold here. This is fine with buying a little bit of time here. This is what I mean, like here with Lubu. The mobs get stacked up in front of him. That happened a bit too often on our Dea spot. So I would lose so much time just nothing happened, right? And you can't have that. Here we Lubu ult, then we Dursa ult, and for the next time they come in after Lubu ult, we will pop. I lost it there. We will pop Valdron ult to help out with the waves on his side because Valdron can really pump. But we're gonna hold it a bit still and pop now. And here Valdron should gonna ult here, which having this ulti would be great. but not needed. That's really good. And now we're in wave 9. It's perfectly timed here with Lupuald coming in with Durza, and we're gonna wait until the first wave is mostly cleared. Gonna do it now. Pop and I messed up. Okay, so here you could easily do that better than me. Unfortunately, I don't really have time to showcase it a bit better. But as you can see, one mob got through all a bit earlier with Lubu, and that is cleared. Then there's no trouble at all. I just messed up. So don't do what I did. Do it a bit better. That is the team. Very professional of me. My headset turned off. But this is the damage. Having A1 Lubu will make this team skyrocket as well. The extra range, more damage, insane. A1 Valdron could also be huge, getting the lesser HP, more damage, making the start a bit safer maybe, an option. It doesn't really matter if Valdron takes a hit and dies, it will make the rounds a bit slower at the start, but it's okay. You will anyways pull him off the field and put him back in later. Oh, is that perfect. A little loss there. Um, the only thing with this team as well is further on, when you're gonna go against, you're gonna do auto runs against higher BP, and you're facing someone with, let's say, when I did some practice against my guildmate on, oh, reset, Jesus Christ, great timing, against my guildmate, who has 540k almost. I think he changed his team a little bit. Yeah, so here I could win against my teammate here, but with the BP increase from my own defense with 494, yeah, K to 532k, Valdron did start to struggle a bit, and you would have to really gear him, like maximize his gear to survive the start, if you don't have him A1, right? I did put him in Shattered Hilt. It gave him a bit more damage at the beginning, so I could clear the waves at 530k BP. So I didn't lose those at the start, but it was still a bit more RNG heavy. He's in full Infernal Roar. I have a crit damage piece to make sure that my to make sure Ardea gets the Winged Grace buff. But I just found out as well that if he's in his ult, Valdron will still take the Winged Grace no matter what. So you could run triple attack here. Just don't give him the Winged Grace buff while he's in his or place down your healer when he's in his ult, because he will steal the Winged Grace buff. But also Lubu, full attack on the right side. Again, you could maybe argue to go one crit damage piece. I don't really feel like my what do you call it? My Infernal Raw pieces are that good, because you would run a 4 stat, of course, here. I do have the increased damage by 2%, which is great. Not needed at all. His artifact, only at base level, can do way better than this. Ardea, put in Flux Pendant, she'll be low health the whole time. Great artifact to use. Infernal Raw as well. Again, if you could run 4 stat, you don't really want HP percent on these guys. It's not needed. Full on offensive on them should be good. Maybe you want a little bit of HP percent on Valderon to survive at the beginning, so he doesn't trigger his orb. But that's something you gotta fiddle around with a little bit. And as I said before, I have Durza in Invigoration set, and in a Tear of Twilight, increases attack, of course, and then Carnelian Ferrogorb for some attack speed, doesn't really matter much. And then I put her in, as I said, in Wings of Grace, that's the name of it, to give the highest attack, of course, to make sure that it goes um, to Ardea. If you run her with Invigoration, you place it down, no matter what, it will go to Valderon. I tried so many times, I had to put on Wings of Grace to give the attack buff to Ardea. But that was the team and the video. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. If there's anything you think I could do better, please let me know. I'm very interested in improving as well since I've just started. If I turned off the music for this one because it was a bit annoying, or that's what I felt at least. So, but if you enjoyed the music in the other videos, let me know and I will put it back on. Also, if my voice is too loud or low, let me know, please. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.